Even though we exist prior to trauma, our truest self, our pure essence, we all chose the trauma from that soul level. And your children chose what they chose. Now, this is a hard concept, but I want you to understand why the karmic law is synonymous with love and free will, the law of free will. All of us jumped into our physical bodies through our mother's womb and entered this world. And then what happens? We get introduced to a power structure in the form of parent who molds our behavior to fit their liking and their pleasing. Good, bad, or indifferent, that's not the point. It's the objective understanding that we first came in uttering from our voice that which we wanted. Then we learned to mold and adapt to a power structure that wants our behavior to mold to their liking. And that could be done from an intention of love. It could be done from an intention of fear, intimidation, threat, violence, coercion. But either way, we adapt. Why? Why does love in the soul, in coming here in this body, in all this expression, and then experiencing wounds and trauma, to come back to a call like this, to listen to a guy like me talk about this very thing? It's because love. If love doesn't exist, then you coming out of the womb and randomly landing in the power structure that you did, it's a fucking gotcha. Sucks to be you. That's not love. Because love never crosses anyone's sovereign will. Ever. Because by definition, love just gives. That's what it does. So it gives everyone what they choose. So from a universal perspective, before the soul entered the body, the soul got to see what it would enter. Who would parent them? What trauma, what experiences, what lineage, what overcoming you'd have to go through to, at one point, awaken to this very now moment to be the hero of your own life. Some people choose fear and they get fear. The frequency of fear, they get fear. Let me show you something. This radio is indifferent. This is an indifferent, amoral device. There is no judgment in this device. The frequencies that this device can tap into exist right now, right here, in this now moment, where you guys are and where I am, all across the world. The frequencies that this device, this amoral and different device, can tap into are numerous and vast. But the minute I change this dial, it's going to change frequencies. And it's going to change the different station that this will broadcast. So the law of free will is the hand that moves the dial. Love allows the law of free will and gives this amoral, indifferent device, apart from the intention of law of free will, whatever it tunes into. So if you are in the low frequency of fear, frustration, vibration, running away, escaping, anger, blame, everyone else's fault, it's them, it's not me, they did this to me, then you are going to tune into a frequency. This will broadcast in your life. And guess what? The frequency doesn't matter, doesn't care about this device. The frequency exists. It's this device that tunes into the frequency and broadcasts it out of it. That's why love is important to understand what it is. It's not a feeling. It's a law. It's not a feeling. It's a law. I want you to really get this ingrained in you. Love is not a feeling. Love doesn't hurt you. Love doesn't manipulate or coerce you. Love never took anything from you. Love gives you exactly what you choose. So, all of our souls chose the life that we lived. Now the question is, brothers, will we take responsibility and be intentional on where we turn the dial? You want to be in that frequency of high vibrational love, abundance, exuberance, joy, gratitude, peace, not getting triggered, can talk about anything with anyone, anywhere, at any time, and not get triggered? That's your choice of where you tune that dial. Because it exists right now, wherever you are, that frequency exists. Because it is. And we are. The only difference between that frequency here above us and here coming out of us is our decision to tune into that, to look at it, to go back to our childhood and adjust the dial. In order to come to this now moment for you, my brothers, to understand who you were before trauma, who you've always been, why you chose to experience trauma, so you could come back and reclaim the station that you were meant to broadcast into this life and be your hero and teach every single person that you ever come in contact with to do the same, to be the same. And no government, no philosophy of institutions, no religious narrative can make that happen. Thank God. Because that would be looking for an external force to come save us. The only way this happens is to intentionally choose to change. I hear a lot about revolution over the past couple years. In fact, that's why I started the Golden Rule Revolution podcast, because I saw in 2017 the violent revolution that was ratcheting up. And I thought, if you're going to be a revolutionary of love. To love the crap out of people. But I never hear about India's revolution. The silent and peaceful revolution that overthrew the British Empire without a single shot being fired. And you know why that narrative is not promoted in our mainstream culture and narrative? It's because it takes accountability and responsibility for every individual to be the change they want to see.